Hey everyone, welcome to episode 3 of the Save Room. It is me, your boy, the Bear Jew. I'm so glad to be with you guys in this near 3:30 in the morning episode. I was trying to sleep at like 1:32 a.m. ish, and I was suddenly just inspired to make this video. I was inspired by the very thing that made me want to start this whenever the lockdown started, was to really give y'all something to listen to, whether it's just void fill and or rather air fill, or something that you guys would actually be interested in. So that's what this channel was supposed to be all about back then, and what it is even now. So basically, I'm been super grateful for those of you who have seen the videos so far. I know that there's a lot of work for me to do. However, I still appreciate the constructive criticism and how I could do things better here and there. So far, it's been pretty positive, so I hope you guys continue to enjoy. Today, of course, I want to again thank y'all so much, and if you guys are enjoying what you're seeing so far, please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me go a long way, and it simply helps with the channel and my ultimate goal to make this my full-time job. I don't want it to be a job, however I do want it to be something that my focus is just strictly on. I recently got a haircut, so if I look funny or weird, y'all probably used to seeing me with longer hair at this point. So I decided to give it a little cut. The beard got longer though, so I'll probably cut the beard New Year's. I don't know. But hey, I want to know what you guys have been up to lately. Just please comment down there in the comment section. It is 2 days after that wonderful Lakers championship. I don't know who you guys or who my Laker fans are, but we all know it's one spirit for Kobe, man. So that was a really big one, considering what 2020 has been. And with that's just going to be my little segue as to what 2020 has been and how to survive the rest of 2020. I want to play some tunes for you guys. Give me a little second. Start from the beginning. Yeah. That's nice right there. It's going to be some chill. So I made this video, or the original concept was how to survive the pandemic and survive the lockdown and all that stuff, right? Surviving the pandemic, you'll see in the grand scheme, isn't that hard, but for a lot of people, I can understand how it can be. Okay, but I'll get to that in just a bit. I just want to let you guys know, as always, that you guys are loved, that if at the very least you guys don't feel like you are, I just want to let you know from the most sincere place in my heart that there is a God who loves you. So just always keep that in mind. But I can almost certainly guarantee you that if you go out searching for positive things, you'll find the positive in this world. So if you guys ever need someone to talk to, I will be explaining a little bit more about it. But I do have a Discord now, and I would love to play games with you guys. I would love to chat with you guys, do a little bit of everything. So just keep in mind, this year's already been hard enough, and that we have, I have resources for y'all that I go to all the time. So that's that's what I'm here for. So, you know, I think we can all agree that this year has been strange, right? If not, if nothing, it's just strange, you know. However, I just want to let y'all know that I'm not one of those people who is on board with this whole new normal thing. I'm sorry for the camera wobble. I'm not on board with this whole new normal thing. And I know I'm gonna get some flack for it, but hear me out. I don't believe that we should be so easy to just adhere to any form of normalcy in a world that is abnormal, in a world that is at the very best strange. Because what it is not normal, it is strange. So I know that a lot of people have and are still having issues with adjusting to this world. I don't blame you. And there are many people with you, okay? So pandemics come, pandemics go, and I personally do not think that people should stop living their lives because of them. Sorry, that's just, I'm not one of those people. I don't let fear rule what I do. But for the reasons that follow, you know, let me just go ahead and preface that I do think people should take the necessary precautions when they do decide to, you know, live life as close to normalcy as possible. I'm someone who hates going anywhere without even showering. Like, I have to shower once a day. Like, I know people who don't, for, you know, I guess for reasons, right? But I'm someone who has to, you know, shower once a day. And at the and you know, right before I leave my house, I at least have to wash my hands. I hate the feeling of sticky griminess, like if I just ate something, or if I was eating some chips or something, or some sort of candy that's left, you know, whatever it is, I absolutely have to wash my hands. So I just want to encourage you guys to, you know, wear your masks, wash your hands, just make sure that you're doing everything responsibly at the same time. Is the very least that the people who don't think like me are asking for. Is just that mask, you know. And yeah, that's just how I feel about it. But moving forward, here's some of my advice to surviving the rest of 2020. Okay. With reason A, if you may. It's a personal rule for me not to rely on any external power to provide what you feel that you need, or rather, you know what it is that you need, right? So, in other words, I don't rely on anybody to provide what I need, other than if I go to work, my job better give me money. That's about it. But that's an agreement, you know, that's different. That is something that's on paper that could be legally disputed. So in the case of like many people such as myself who didn't get a stimulus check or pandemic relief money, like, you know, you have to find a way to make it happen regardless. And that's just an example that I'm giving in my personal situation. But I'm saying, you know, don't rely on the government, don't rely on your mom, your dad, your neighbor, or anyone for that matter, because the last thing that you want to do in life is make an excuse as to why you could not succeed. I'm not just talking about, you know, going out there and living your best normal life as closely as possible. I'm just talking about in general. Like, you never want to rely on anyone for anything. You never want to be in that situation. My mother tells my sisters, like, hey, or growing up, she told my sisters, hey, I want y'all to have a good education, because you never know, you know, with whoever you marry, you never know if it'll work out or not. So you don't want to be reliant solely on their money. I see nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's basically the advice that I'm giving you guys right now. Like, you just need to make sure that no matter how you do it, just make sure that you're doing everything that you can to get ahead. Again, your life is yours and yours only. Growing up, people had expectations of me, right? And as time went on, I had to deflect those expectations in order to save my own sanity. Like 2 years ago was like the peak of expectations versus me. And had it not been for me choosing me, like, it was getting pretty rough in my life. I was becoming increasingly suicidal, and one or two situations popped off, and it was just a domino effect. Had my life not been saved by not only God but a movie, I don't think I would be here today. So, you know, life it's just not worth living off of others' insecurities. So just make sure that you're choosing yourself above everything. And yes, that is a very selfish sounding decision, but who's going to take care of you like you? Who's going to love you like you? I can guarantee you, nobody. It's just not realistic for somebody to love you more than yourself, or you to love somebody else more than yourself. I just don't see it realistic. I'm someone who, you know, feels happy whenever others are happy, but I've got to check what's going on up here first, you know, before I genuinely go out of my way. So that's just a personal rule of mine. B, go do what you love. Like, doing what you love is, on paper, it sounds strange, or it's just whatever you guys decide to do, but hey, if you're somebody who likes, you know, going on walks, or likes, you know, road trips for the sake of a road trip, whatever it may be, go do that. Like, I, for one, am someone who still, I go to church, and as an avid churchgoer, I think it's important for me to even value everything that I am grateful for. From my spiritual life to my friends, even my computer. Like, I'm always waking up and on my list of things I'm grateful for whenever I wake up. Like, I even thank God for this computer, and it sounds a little vain, but without it, I wouldn't be able to have access to information, friends. You know, I can't be around my friends all the time, and sure, I have my cell phone, but I also am able to enjoy myself at a different capacity. So that's why I'm grateful for literally everything that I have. So yeah, like, by all means, and I would love to hear you guys, and I would love to know what you guys are grateful for. Like, go ahead and tell me in the comment section what you guys find yourself being grateful for on a regular basis. You know, just tell me, and also tell me what you loved doing before all this went down, and if, you know, that's even accessible to you right now. I know that some states have it much worse than others, and some countries as well, much worse than other countries. Some countries are very strict with lockdowns and regulations, etc., etc. Again, that's my personal reason why I don't believe that the will of an entity should overrule the will of the individual. You know, that's just me. Reason C, or not reason C, but advice C for surviving the rest of 2020. Go on at least a 30-minute daily walk around your neighborhood, or wherever you find yourself, or wherever you want to walk around. And especially if you have someone to share it with, like, I think that's even better. There's nothing like having a positive human interaction. And I separate this from B because I personally love going on walks, hate exercising. I love swimming. I actually really love swimming, and swimming is a full body exercise, but I don't have the clothing separated for swimming every day. Like, I don't have swimming shorts, and these are the type of t-shirts I have. Like, this is like one of my favorite t-shirts is Snorlax, and it says "Not today." So, like, it's stuff like that that I have in my wardrobe. So chlorine and Gym shorts, I don't think are a really good idea, especially on a, on a daily to weekly ratio. Like that would be some really rough wear and tear. Explore something new, learn something new. I knew somebody who I worked with for like a week. He told me that he learned how to play the guitar, and he learned a new language during our lockdown here in my state. However, there is nothing like the present to learn a marketable skill in some way, shape, or form. For example, I wanted to start the Save Room as soon as the pandemic, was the pandemic, as soon as the lockdown started happening. I have a lot of personal stuff that was recorded, and I just kept on recording, but I just was not happy with it. But finally I found something. I found like the mood that I wanted to go with, at least the starting mood, and then here I am, episode 3 of the Save Room, just trying to provide a more realistic, provide an even more human experience for you guys. But learning something new, I mean, look, for me, and you've heard it almost anywhere, there's really nothing like the sense of accomplishment to feel your focus, your drive towards whatever long-term goals that you have. Second example is that me and my church were building a new church. Seeing what that was before, which was basically like a really rough hand-me-down of a car. Like I know people who had their parents' station wagon handed down to them, and that station wagon, it would misfire, backfire, whatever it was, misfire. It was 20, 30 years old or 20 years old, whatever, but they still used it. That project has been something so beautiful to see turn into what it is now. It's just so amazing. I could show y'all pictures if you like. I'm going to be taking pictures anyway, and I'll be sharing those on my YouTube, because I recently learned that you could kind of like post stories, so that's kind of cool. I'll be showing y'all what it looks now, what it's going to look later. But at least in my case, and my church's case, like it's fun doing what we're doing, and it's hard work, it's human interaction, but in our case it's also communion. Like it's a church coming together for a goal, and I think that's absolutely very beautiful. So go find something, go learn something. I don't want to talk too much about politics, but the political unrest of 2020 is absolutely insane, and even worse than 2016. 2016 was like the absolute, like, what the heck has happened to people? And then 2020 was just like, hold my beer. Like, hello? I just want to encourage you guys to just take a little chill pill. And don't forget who you're talking to. Y'all talking to other people. You guys aren't your political party. You guys aren't your political candidate. You guys are, and I'm going to throw names of my friends. You guys are Jordan, Brian, Gabby, Melina. I have, more friends. Tien, David. I could keep going. Other Jordan. I could keep going, honestly, all day. The thing is that we are still people, and at the very least, like it or not, after 2016, for many people, their lives got, better, and the sun still came up. I know that my father's life got better. I know that my mother's life benefited from, what's been going on with the current administration. So I just want y'all to remember that one way or another, there could be good in the bad things that you see. And I'm someone who is always looking to learn from the bad and to always try to gain the good from it. And the last thing that I want to encourage you guys on is, take care of your mental and physical health. And I know that I've been talking about exercising and what have you, but just make sure that all those things that you guys understand that they coincide with each other, right? You are on the outside what you are on the inside, and your outside being the reflection of what you are on the inside is something that you guys should always, take account of, something that you guys should always be aware of. It's important to know. It's important to know that this needs a lot of help. It needs a lot of attention even. And sometimes being so robotic and one-dimensional, it doesn't yield good results. And I know. And I've had to make plenty of adjustments during 2020 in order to feel right, in order to feel like I'm not suffocating. So, honestly, and like I said, just make sure that you're taking care of what you need to take care of, right? Making sure that you guys are sleeping well, making sure that you guys are eating well, take care of all of that. Life is pretty hard, so I want to encourage you guys to never be too tough on yourself. Like, you've already got life and everything that 2020 has brought us so far. Just absolutely trying to pull people from all different types of directions. Like, seriously, don't be too hard on yourself. You already have a lot of external locusts doing that for you. Love yourself. Again, no one's going to be, your number one fan like you are. So I want to encourage you guys to look forward to some things that either I know that are coming up or that I look forward to. So, for example, basically as soon as September starts, there's that little quiet build up for the rest of the year. For some of you guys, y'all have Halloween to look forward to. I know I love Thanksgiving. I know I love Christmas, right? And I know I love some New Year's, right? Watching some fireworks all over again. The thing is, if we learn to be grateful, we wouldn't necessarily need to look forward to just these holidays. It doesn't cheapen the experience. It doesn't. I still feel that, that Christmas high that I used to feel whenever I was a kid. It's just the best way I could describe it. It's just that pure, holiday, merry feeling. And that's always been Christmas for me, But as I get older, I don't know, whenever I see my friends, I give them a hug like it's Christmas. I give them a hug like it's Thanksgiving, right? And I love them like it's Valentine's Day. And I celebrate them like it's their birthday. Like, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting with? But I know that for some of you guys, maybe you're not there. Maybe you're not, where I'm at. Not as to say, like, I'm in some sort of grand, wokeness. I'm just where I'm at. And that's okay, because I don't expect you guys to be, on my level. And some of you guys might be on a whole different, level. But it's all scaling. Like, I'm not going to be expecting people to even learn or take this advice. I don't expect any of you guys to do that. I just hope that I do speak to somebody, and I do speak to and help somebody out there, and help give a perspective that maybe you guys aren't hearing, And I also want to, encourage you guys to make good memories and to check up on people that you haven't checked up on in a while, and just let them know that you love them and that you're there for them. If none of what I told you works for you, honestly, just try your best to find a new perspective and learn to be grateful, because I promise you that there is somebody out there in the world that would kill to be in your situation, whether it's good or bad. Life is too short, and you can literally die in your sleep. A car could freakishly just run through your garage, and maybe you don't have the best built garage or best built living room, and like maybe you just so happen to be walking out to your freaking front door and a car just says splat. That's it, you know. And what did we do living life with being ungrateful, you know? So that's why I want to like help you guys and encourage you guys on, is to try and be as grateful as possible, because you don't know whenever that last breath is, you know. You just don't know. Life is too short, and it's actually really, really beautiful, guys. And I want you, you know, to love everything that you're grateful for, just to love those things, right? I also, you know, want to hear what you guys are doing and what you guys have done to stay positive, and to survive this 2020. Again, in my opinion, don't settle for the new normal. Don't be safe, sure, but new normal what? New normal who? I don't get that, you know. But again, I would just love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section. And I would love to hear from you guys. And again, for the whole Discord thing, I do want to make sure that whoever I'm inviting in, I do want to go through a little bit of a vetting process. It's not just going to be, oh yeah, I want in, well, welcome in. You know, there does have to be some level of control, and I would like to have a genuine conversation with you before you actually do come in. And again, it wouldn't just be me. Like, I do know I have a friend who will love to help just listen to people, help me just listen to people. So, and as this thing grows, and maybe as you get better, you could help somebody, and you're in the Discord, and you know, you tell me, and etc., etc. It's all about a snowball effect, right? If you want the world to be better, like, you literally have to be better. You literally have to be that change that you want to see. I did not believe people whenever they told me that for the longest time. I always thought it was just some cheesy, you know, low effort advice. But I promise you that if you do become the change that you do seek, or that you're looking for, you'll see it. You'll see exactly what you're looking for, so long as you take care of it, you know, within yourself. Again, guys, I love you all so very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. God bless you all, and peace.